Well, hello, Mojo family. Welcome back to Faith Over Fear. Um, I'm sorry that I was not able to make it last Thursday, but know that this episode is personal, it is raw, and honestly, one of the most, I can say, one of the most challenging journeys of my life. So, I'm your host, of course, the real Mojo, and today I'm talking about the inside my total knee replacement surgery. What went right, what shocked me, and what I would tell anyone who's preparing for this surgery, and really any other surgery. Whether you are single and trying to a single parent trying to schedule a surgery, a caretaker, or someone learning how to take better care of yourself, this is going to be an episode for you. Because this journey taught me something powerful. Self care is not a luxury, it is survival. Faith does not remove fear, but faith walks you through it. Okay. So I'm glad that you're all here. So let's get to it. All right. All right. So before we get too deep into the conversation, I am going to make sure that my phone is off because it is going off right now. And we're going to who's in the chat. All right. Miss Sandra is in the chat. Sandra, hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Who else is in the chat today? My faithful, is that Beaver? Hi, Missy. Happy to see your beautiful face back again. I am happy to be here. I am happy to be, okay, B Bouquet. B Bouquet. You changed on me. I was gone for what? I guess I was gone 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. And yeah, so you went and changed your name on me while I was gone, huh? Okay. I see. I see you. I see you. If you are in if you are watching, I just want to know, just drop in the chat. Where are you watching? Say, hey, girl, hey, and let me know where you're watching from. I see Miss Karen is in the building. Hi, Mama Karen. I am so, okay, why is this phone doing this? I'm so happy that you were able to join. Let me make sure this thing is not, don't play with me today, phone. I always have a love hate relationship with technology. Today is no different, but thank y'all all for being here. So I am going to go ahead and get started, but I just, okay, it does not want to turn off today. I bind you, volume on my phone. You have to turn off right now in the name of Jesus. All right. So thank y'all all for joining me today. This has been such a journey, and so as I tell my journey, I'm also going to just share some things that I've learned along the way, things that people may not think about, because I definitely didn't. So yeah, Biba, that is my mama Karen. She is such a beautiful soul. I just love her so much. So one thing I want to tell you is things that I wish I had known before surgery. Because before surgery, I thought I was ready. I thought because I was younger, it would be easier. But baby, no, no, ma'am, no, sir. This journey has humbled me. Okay, when I tell you humbled me, I am not using that phrase lightly. I have been humbled by this surgery. Here are some things I learned before the surgery ever happened. You have to be medically ready. You have to do CT scans, EKGs, blood work, and just multiple appointments that to get cleared. About 5 days before surgery, you have to start taking antibiotics inside your nose. Can you imagine? Inside your nose, you have to put antibiotics 3 times daily because there's a bacteria in your nose that can infect your knee like really bad. This is stuff like, who knew? I'm like, what does my nose have to do with my knee? Well, it has a lot to do with your knee. And then they also give you this special antibacterial soap that you have to use 2 nights before your surgery and the day of. And this is not a walk in and walk out situation, okay? You have to prepare. One thing I would recommend is something that I didn't do is strengthen yourself before surgery. Work with a physical therapist before surgery if you can, because stronger muscles equal smoother recovery. Remember that. Get your home ready. I mean, you'll need lots. And this is what I would just say is very important. Having a room downstairs might be your best friend. I didn't. I have a room upstairs and it has been a challenge. I only get to come downstairs when I have like a doctor's appointment. A shower chair, shower bars. And let me tell you, this is one thing, don't laugh at me, but it would be a good idea to have a bidet. Have a bidet. Mine was installed by yours truly, William Remodeling Residential and Commercial Services. He can install one at your home today, but a bidet is where it's at. Have a walker, a wheel walker, shower-proof leg bags for the shower, recliner chair for comfort, extra pillows, and a wedge. And this is not just helpful, this is necessary. And get you a support system. Let me tell you, without a support system, I would not have made it this far. This is where maybe single parents feel the hit the hardest if they are by themselves, or anyone who just may find themselves by themselves at this time. You can be strong, you can be independent and capable, but let me tell you something. This surgery will teach you you cannot do everything alone. You cannot. Let me tell you, you need meals, you need rides, you need medication schedules, household tasks that you would normally do that you're not going to be able to do. You need help. You need emotional support. Let me tell you, that emotional support is so important because I was going through it. If many of you heard from me, I was going through it. You will need people, and that is okay. Um, Hello from Austin. Hi. Sandra says she missed the real bidet. Yes, a bidet girl. I'm bidet. So, also, I want to say, speak to insurance early. You do not want surprises when you're in pain. Know your deductible, know your insurance, know your out-of-pocket maximums. The last thing you want during your recovery is surprise bills. And let me tell you something, it is not cool. So before, I'm going to show you guys a video that I put together to share my journey, but I just want to say a few things. The day of surgery, let me tell you something. When you walk into that hospital, every fear you push down rises up. That's why I say faith over fear. I was praying, I was shaking, but I said, Lord, walk ahead of me. Go with your questions written down, because before you get there, you'll have all these questions. When you get there, all those questions will go right out of your mind. You will forget everything that you had to ask. So go with the questions written down. Ask the nurses their names. It's so, first of all, it's a courtesy to call them by their name, and then just to have a reference of who you spoke with. Speak up if you are confused. You are not being difficult if you speak up, because you are being your own advocate. If the hospital tries to discharge you before you feel safe enough to go home, tell them, I am not ready. Another thing I didn't know. Explain to them why you're not ready, because maybe they can help you with some questions, with some answers. I almost did, but God intervened. So I'm going to share my journey video with you now. This is a visual piece of my journey, from the anesthesia to the walker to the tears to the victories. If you're listening audio only, I'll describe what's happening in the video. So sit back and let me see, is there any questions um, in the comments? No questions. I just want to encourage you, drop your questions in the comment. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. So here we go. I'm going to share my journey video. Hi everyone, it's the real Mojo. Today is the day before my knee surgery, and I just wanted to take you on this part of my journey. I'm going to be honest. I'm nervous. It's not the pain that scares me, it's the unknown. It's the idea that I won't be in my normal routine, and that alone makes me uneasy. I'm so used to doing things myself, and for my family, and the thought of having to depend on other people, whew, that's hard. But even with all of that, I trust God. I really, 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 really do. I believe He's always gone before me, before the doctors, before the nurses, before the healing, and I'm holding on to that. I worry about my family having to take care of things without me for a little bit. Now, I'm not saying I'm Superwoman, but sometimes I guess I act like it. And this is reminding me that it's okay to let people help. It's okay to rest. And it's okay to heal. My prayer is simple. Lord, let this be successful. Let there be no complications, and let my recovery be speedy. I just want to get back to my life, my work, my routine, my responsibilities, and the things I really love. And you know what? I believe I will. I believe this experience is going to make me stronger, not weaker. It's just another step in my story. Another lesson in trusting God and taking care of myself. Thank you for being here with me. Tomorrow is my surgery, and today I'm choosing faith over fear. I'll see you on the other side of my healing. Bye for now. Alexa, turn off master bed lights. Okay. So, first floor elevator. So if you ask me, am I nervous? Yes, I am. I'm trying to get Are y'all ready to take care of me? We're here. Let's see how this is gonna go. Hi.
I'll take your folder they gave you downstairs. She said, I'm gonna help on the floor.
Okay.
Everything off. The piano opens up in the back. There's a bag up there for clothing. Do you need a
Okay, so everything.
happy birthday.
So I'm here with my family. Hey, family. Hey, girl. Hey. Look at my daughter over there sitting like she don't want to say hello. She like. Anyway, we are here. This is my knee replacement journey. Come along with me, and let's see how it goes.
Yes. So you're done counting.
Right. I hate IVs. I hate shots. I hate needles.
But I don't want to be responsible for losing it. Coming out? Hey, you got family waiting today, but they're probably open. Cafeteria and coffee shop on the same floor.
All right.
All right, have a good day.
Love you, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Margie, will you check? Can you get to the phone or whatever? Can you take some sips to see if we can keep you awake? I love my hair. Margie, where did you lock your hair? Where? Your friend did it for you? See? You're not ready yet. Do you agree with me? Alright, get up. Try to get up. Let's go. Come on.
Good job, David. You got it.
Alright, let's sit back down, okay? Let's sit back down. You're not ready.
And then you always turn towards your good side. And then which leg goes down? Correct.
Look, I want to go out again.
She did good. I'm happy you did it twice. So, as a reward, I'll just have you go into the wheelchair.
MoJo family. It is your girl, Missy Jomo. I am on my way to go take out my staples. This is day 14. I'm walking a little bit without assistance, but very little. I don't trust myself to go the distance. So I'm still on a walker currently, maybe upgrading after I get these staples out to a cane. I don't know. We'll see what the doctor says, but just continue the journey with me, and I will talk to you soon. And just like that, the staples are out, and we end that chapter. And I continue with healing, I continue with my strength, and yes, your girl is officially working on her model walk. But before I end this video, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who has come along with me on this journey, the people who helped carry me through this season. So I want to thank the real fam. Thank you for praying for me, checking on me, and just covering me with love. I really appreciate you guys. To my prayer partners and Pastor Richard, thank you so much for lifting me up in prayer when my spirit was weak. I'm so thankful. To my sister Frances and my friend Sissy, thank you for coming to the house and cooking some good food for me. That meant more to me than you could have ever more than you could know. Miss Karen, Carlene, thank you for the generous food donations, for sending cash so that I can feed my family and not have to worry about them not figuring it out. I could just order them some food. I'm so appreciative of that. Josie, now you know. Thank you for coming over and helping me with the most difficult part. You and I know, I don't have to say it, but also thank you for that beautiful blanket when I had to stay downstairs. It's always so cold downstairs, and so having that blanket was such a blessing. Thank you, Josie. And thank you to the doctor, Timmy, for checking on me and coming over and bringing me snacks. I thank you so much. And a huge thank you to my neighbor Sandra, my neighbor friend Sandra. My day one through this whole recovery, from cooking for me, bringing me ice, making sure I stayed on track, making sure I take my medicine, making sure I behave. It just was such a blessing, just making me feel like home. And absolutely, last but absolutely not least, I just want to thank my wonderful husband, William. Without him, I could not have done this surgery. He was up with me all hours of the night, feeding me, helping me get around, helping me from the simplest things that we take for granted, like just taking a shower. Thank you for loving me through the hardest parts. This is the true definition of through sickness and health, because I know I am not an easy patient. I know that. This journey was not what I expected, but God made provisions for me every step of the way. And yes, I still have one more need to go, but now I know what to expect, and I will continually choose faith over fear over and over and over again. Thank y'all for walking this journey with me. The journey's not done. I still am working on, my walking. I'm still working on strengthening. I'm still working on just being the best version of me. The real Mojo is healing, growing, and coming back stronger. And we will continue to go forward together. Until then, keep it real, keep it steady on your feet, and keep your mojo. Well. So that is just a little piece of my journey. And again, all of you on here, even those of you who are here, many of you are those who supported me. Like I said, my real fam, thank you, Sandra, thank you, everyone who sent up a prayer, who called and checked on me. I just really appreciate it. I'm out of the thick of it now. From this point on, it's my prayer that it's just downhill from there, from here. But I just thank you all. So I'm going to just kind of talk about a few real truths about the surgery. When people about the recovery, when people talk about recovery, they leave out the emotional part. So the physical pain is real. You have bruising, swelling, nerve pain, stiffness, random zaps. Nights you can't sleep because your body refuses to cooperate with you. Your legs, you can't place your legs. You're worried about blood clots. You're looking to see if your calves are swelling, heat, redness, sharp pains, just worried about everything. And emotionally, it takes a toll on you. The only thing I can say is with anything that you feel is not normal, no matter what it is, speak up, because the smallest things, and I'm gonna give you an example. I did not know that I could speak up to say that I was not ready to leave the hospital and they were going to discharge me. And I was still not out of anesthesia. I was still really deep into anesthesia. What if I would have gotten home and something would have happened to me? And then the medication didn't make it better. And also, I had low blood counts. So that put me in another danger zone. So just be your advocate. I just want to say also, I had medication struggles. Strong narcotics, the strong narcotics made me hallucinate. So if something feels wrong, say something. You are not required to tolerate those side effects. You do not have to stay silent. My memory struggled. I was having trouble remembering things. You will forget things. So I just say write them down. Write your medication times down. Write your symptoms down. Write the exercises you've done down. Just any questions that you have, because pain medicine fog is real. And it's an emotional roller coaster. You will cry. You will feel frustrated. You will think, why did I do this? Because I was like, I will not be getting the other one done. I know that's not realistic, but I'm definitely not in a hurry. But then one day you'll start seeing yourself walk again. Then you'll walk better, is what I hope. Then you'll walk without thinking, because right now I have to think about what every step. That's the moment I hope to say, God, thank you for bringing me through. I already say thank you for bringing me through because I believe in speaking things into existence. And so I'm already thanking God. Uh, yes, Pastor Karen says Baylor Scott and White has a speak up policy. They do and utilize it. A lot of people don't know that. We all need a village. Sandra says we all need a village. Yes, we absolutely do. And Sandra, you came through, girl, for my village. Yes, girl, yes. But yes, just definitely it's so important to speak up. I just want to say I always bring my talks back to single parenting, because if you're doing this alone, you cannot. You need help. Um, oh, before I go there, let me just go back up to, I lost my notes. Sorry. Um, just my recommendations for anyone who is considering knee surgery. Um, I'm gonna go by these items and explain. So, for anyone considering or recovering from knee replacement, I just want to say that the things that I mentioned earlier in the show, definitely take care of them. And I can also give you, if you need anything installed, like the bidet or shower chairs, shower bars, things like that, yours truly can connect you with William Remodeling Residential and Commercial Services. Um, you definitely want that shower bag to protect your incision and everything after your surgery, because you cannot get your leg wet. Recliner chair. Do not stay in the bed because you will become stiff. I learned that the hard way too. Not that I stayed in the bed because I wanted to. I had to stay in the bed because it wasn't safe for me to walk. And so that delay in walking created some stiffness in my body. Um, Again, know the signs of blood clots and infection and write down everything. Eat protein and leafy greens. Don't be afraid of strong narcotics, but if you do have an adverse effect with them, call your doctor. They called in something different for me. The hallucinations was too much. And if you have one thing that I think maybe I'm not a nurse, but one thing I think may happen is if this is something that your family has experienced, because apparently my mom, my brother, and my sister all experienced hallucinations on strong narcotics. So talk to your family and see if they had that adverse effect, and then what happens is your doctor will even put that on your allergic chart to say to don't even give you those. Because let me tell you, when you are floating up above yourself and looking at yourself laying in the bed, it is not what you want to do. That is the scariest thing ever. Um, and then it's nice to have someone to record your journey with you so that you can look back, because you won't remember. You won't remember. Write down everything that you can. Let's see. Allow people to help. And that's when I come to the single parent issue. This journey definitely taught something deeper than medical recovery. When I was a single parent, I did consider this surgery, but I elected not to just because I just didn't know how to put the puzzle pieces together. But it is not a no. The answer is not a no. Or um, you just have to ask for help, because you just have to ask for help. You don't slow down, you don't stop doing this process, and so therefore you have to ask for help. Um, One thing I know about this knee surgery, it made me say, I matter too. So faith over fear isn't just a slogan. It's choosing to trust God when you cannot even trust your own body. Okay, it's choosing self care before the world demands more from you. This surgery was a reminder that life is full of lemons. But, baby, the lemonade still tastes good when God is the one squeezing it. All right. So, if is there any questions? Let me see. Any questions? Y'all don't have any questions in that chat? I don't see any questions. Okay, okay. Well, if there's no questions, no one want to come up and give any experience that they have. Maybe someone in the chat has had knee surgery, knee replacement surgery, to share an experience or something that I forgot, I left out that you would like to add. The chat is open. Let me drop the link again. There is the link. And NECA says, yes, God is the greatest. Yes, He is so good. I know that He will continue to take me through this journey. There's so many things that still has to be done, and one thing I had to learn is everything's not going to be perfect around your house during this time. So you're just going to have to look the other way. So, kids and husband, don't do it like you do it. So you got to let them do it like they do it until you're well enough to do it. And you have to be okay with that. Okay. You have to be okay, because it's okay not to have everything perfect. It's okay that things are not being done the way you normally do it. Rest. Make yourself be selfish. It's not even selfish, but put yourself first. So I don't see any questions in the chat. So I just want to thank you, Mojo family, for sharing this journey with me. If you're considering knee surgery, if you're recovering, if you're a single parent trying to survive, if you're someone learning to choose yourself, I want you to hear me. You are not weak for needing help. You are not selfish for choosing rest. You are not behind. You are healing. Faith over fear isn't about being fearless. It's about trusting the one who walks beside you. I see what led to the surgery. Okay. So Ben asked a question, what led to the surgery? Okay. I'm glad that you asked that question because I forgot to answer that question. And it all goes back to make sure that you take care of yourself. So in 2013, I tripped and fell and tore my meniscus. At the time, I didn't know that the meniscus repair was a simple in-office microscopic repair that could have saved me from over a decade of pain. So in 2010 through about 2015, I think maybe even 2016. Anyway, I used to model. I used to model and I used to do pageants. And so 2013, I tore my meniscus, but I was wearing the highest heels because in pageants, the higher the heel, the closer you are to the top. So I would wear 6-inch heels with 2-inch platforms. So all of this over the years was completely damaging my knee. I never got it fixed. I tolerated the pain. I started going to the ortho. They started giving me cortisone injections, and then those stopped working. So they started doing a 3 series of gel injections, and those stopped working because really for knee replacement, they really want you to be in your 60s because it does not last forever. And as a younger person, you're likely to wear through your knee faster than if you're older because you're more, settle as you get older in your 60s and 70s. But me, I felt like I wanted the quality of my life. I wanted a quality life now. I didn't want to wait until I was 60 to then get a knee surgery and then have a better life. I'm in my 40s, my late 40s now. And actually it's so funny because I was one of the youngest people in the whole hospital in the knee replacement part and hip. They do knee replacement, hip replacement, things like that. And I saw nothing but heads full of gray hair around me, and I was like, "Well, I got a little bit of gray." But I was probably the youngest. And in talking even to the nurse today who took out my stitches, he said, yeah, he doesn't see a lot of 40-year-olds in there. But the reason why I had to subject myself to a total knee replacement was because I neglected to take care of myself. I should have gone and gotten that microscopic repair early so that I wouldn't have had to go through a total knee replacement. Now, it's not to say I would have never had to go through it, but I wouldn't have had to gone through it in my 40s, and that's why I had to do a knee surgery. Sandra says support system is so important when dealing with health issues. Surround yourself with people who will be able to help. Yes, it is so important, and you just have to put pride aside because it was hard for me to ask for help, and I was so happy to have someone like Sandra by my side. He just jumped in and just helped because that was just in her to do to help me. And I really do appreciate you over and over again, Sandra, because she on her breaks come and check on me and help me if I need to do anything, go to the restroom, get something to eat, ice. And that's what you need because you really should not be alone the first couple of days when you're home for longer than 3 to 4 hours because there's such a risk of blood clots. You know, you can get a blood clot and you don't want that. It is so dangerous and it can be deadly. So having someone to check on you is a must. It's not even important, it's a must. Um, Charlotte said, Missy, you sound and look amazing. Welcome to Thank you for saying that because I don't feel it yet. I feel like I'm still drained. Walking takes everything out of me. Today I got my stitches out and just walking to the car. I pushed myself and went to HEB because I hadn't been in 2 weeks. And even though people can bring you things, they don't always bring you exactly what you want. So I had to push myself. And when I tell you I got home, I almost canceled this live again because I was exhausted. Having to think about your feet moving and the way they're moving, that you're moving ball to toe, and not just flat foot duck walking is important because if you don't train yourself that way, you could create another problem for yourself. So it is a lot of work. So if you know someone else who has had knee replacement surgery and they are foggy brain, tired, exhausted, hurting, please give them some grace because from now on I will because it was hard. Neka says, I'm proud of you for doing what's best for your health now. Yes, it's imperative. Each and every one of you need to do the same thing. Um, I actually, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I went downstairs when I wasn't supposed to by myself and I hurt myself. Um, all of that delays your healing. It delays your healing from being able to meet your milestones in walking. So take care of yourself, people. And Charlotte said, wow, Sandra, you sound like an amazing person. Kudos to you. Charlotte, this girl wanted to take off work to come take care of me. Like, what kind of person does that? That's all I have to say. What kind of person does that? So, any more questions? Anyone have any other questions in the chat? I just want to thank you all for coming on this journey. It's not done. I'm still working on it. I'm still working toward my complete healing, but I trust God. I know He will bring me out of this whole and complete. Thank you. Charlene says, hello, Margie, you look beautiful, and I know you're going to come through this victorious one day at a time. Yes, Miss Charlene, thank you for joining my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I thank y'all for saying that I look beautiful because let me tell you, I have just lips gloss on literally. So that means, hey, that means I'm doing something right. But yes, it's gonna take one day at a time. I hate the walker, so I'm in a hurry to get off of it. But I'm gonna pick up a cane, and you know me, I'm gonna divify it. I want it to be bling, bling, bling. I am a pageant diva, so I'm gonna wrap it with some bling somehow. When y'all see me out and about, y'all gonna see me blinged out with my cane. All right, all right. Sandra says, thank you, Charlotte. Charlotte says, a child of God. All right, that's right. Charlotte says, how will you use this experience to help others? Great question. So, first thing is what I'm doing now. I'm educating people, things that you don't know that you will need. And just even considering this, because a lot of times the orthos will tell you to push it off. And then you're living a life of struggle, of constant pain. We've only been married for a short period. And so I'm just kind of like, this is my opportunity to enjoy my life with my husband. I shouldn't have to wait until I'm 60 or 70 years old to enjoy my life, with my husband. I want to dance with him now. I want to dance with him while I'm still young and while I have the energy. So I will encourage people to ask for a second opinion. If you feel like you need it and your ortho is refusing or doesn't want to give you the go ahead, ask for a second opinion. And like I said, there was a list of things at the beginning of this show that I mentioned that is a must. You really, really, really need to look into all these things, especially on the insurance side, as far as you don't want any surprises when your bills come. You want to know what you're responsible for, because let me tell you, those bills can bring you a whole another level of stress, and you don't want to be going through that stress while you're trying to heal. And just just sharing the experience, though everyone's experience is different. The way I've come through may be different from someone else, but at least lend myself as a support person. If you have questions, you can contact me. And I can also connect. I'm a queen of connection. I will connect people with resources as well. But in today's age, we have the internet anyway. You can pretty much find anything. I'm glad you are feeling better. I will be here for you for my next. Sandra, I am not in a hurry to get to that next knee. Okay, I'm just saying I'm not in a hurry. Let me get through this one. Let me get through this one. Shirley said, "Brag, why don't you?" Okay, well I'm bragging. Hey, girl, hey. Miss Karen said, "Yes, you look very good. Thank you." And she says, "God has blessed you." Thank you, Miss Karen. I receive it. I know every step of the way, even the time that I have gotten this surgery done was the right time. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother series if I tell you how this was the perfect and right time as I look at it and see how everything has fallen into place. When you think something is not going well, when you think, oh my God, why did this happen? And then you realize, oh, that's why it happened. This is the perfect timing, and you have to just thank God that He orders your steps. He put the puzzles in place. One of my uh, one of my prayer sisters says, she always says, God, we can only see down the street, but God can see down the street and around the corner. That is such a true statement, because when we are doing things in our own vision, we always say, this is all we can do, or we have to do it this way, or we can't do it this way. But God already knows every struggle that you're going to face, everything that you're going to walk through, and He has already made the provisions. And if you just trust Him, He will guide you. He will put people in your path that will help you get through. He will put people in your path who just can give you knowledge, who can just give you insight, and that has happened. I was originally going to do 2 knee replacements. Like I was gun ho on, let me do this one time, get it out the way, and be done with it. And people were just put in my path to say, don't do that. I did not know that if I would have done both knees, the probability of me staying in a hospital to do my rehab would have been almost like 95, 99%. And I didn't know that. And that wasn't something that I would have been ready to do. So, like I said, if you just allow Him to order your path, He will put you in the right place at the right time. So, great information. Yes, ma'am, God's timing. Yes, God's timing is best. We think we know, but we can only see down the street, and He can see around the corner. All right. So Charlotte says, I had a patient who did that, see, you see what I'm saying? Charlotte, people, if you don't ask questions, if you don't seek, you have to be wise. Wisdom is important. You have to be wise in making decisions. And even my doctor himself said if it was him, he would not do it. So if the doctor won't do it, why am I stressing myself to try to do it? So 1 knee was enough. Now I will tell you that it's making me question when and exactly when I will get the other knee done. I'll have to eventually. Or my walk will be off, and because my left knee is also bad. But for now, I'm focused on me recovering, and I'm focused on, okay, during this downtime, God, what do you want me to do? What assignment do you have for me to do while I am healing? Because this seems like this is the only time He can get my attention is when I can't do anything. I'm just kidding. But this is a good time to for Him to get your attention, you to seek Him even more. And I'm taking advantage of the time when no one's home and all you can hear is that voice. It is a good time. So, all right, all right, all right, all right. So, Mojo family, let's see, is there anything? All right. Well, I don't see anything else in the chat. Still leave it. If you think of something after the fact, I do answer my chat even after my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your prayers. I see one chat just came up. One day at a time. Yes, that's all I can do is one day at a time. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who needs encouragement. And I don't see anything else. I love you guys. God loves you more. And remember, your mojo is coming back stronger than ever. So until then, keep it real and keep your mojo. See you soon.